Working hard, I see.
I never understood the appeal of this until Bob Spano sent me the table.
Bob?
Head of Minnesota Brands.
I'm aware of the man's title. I just hadn't realized we were on such familiar terms.
Well, I've only spoken to him on the phone, but he seems like a regular guy.
You're good at that. Relating to clients.
Well, it's hard to do a good job for people you don't like. Or at least understand.
Remember, Michael, clients are not part of the process.
They're not?
No, they are not. And to prove they have their own agenda, I've decided to take you to New York tomorrow.
What's in New York?
A great many indifferent restaurants, and the chance for you to meet Bob Spano. He's flying in with some of his senior people for meetings. Now that it appears we're handling all of their significant advertising, he wants to meet me. Could be worse. He could have invited me to Minneapolis.
It's a nice city.
I'm sure it is. For Minneapolis.
Incredible shrinking life.
That's okay. See? We still fit.
Citizens for Pure Media.
They're the boycott people trying to clean up the airwaves.
That's right.
You wouldn't really pay attention to these people, would you?
I pay very close attention.
You do?
One of these zealots with a Xerox machine targets a show as impure. A sponsor panics, drops out, we move in, and buy the time at a discount. America's a great place, isn't it? Glad you decided to join us, Mr. Weston.
Sorry.
Let's jump right in. Flex Athletics. Michael?
We've gone after Tommy Leidecker as the spokesperson. People at Flex like the idea. They think he's the right image.
Meaning he isn't divorced, gay, or in detox.
Who's handling the negotiations with Leidecker's people?
I am. I talked to him, told him what we had in mind. It looks good. I mean, he's expensive, but Flex will be getting a lot for their money.
So in your estimation, you feel we can lock him up for Flex?
Definitely.
When do you think we'll know for sure?
Well, I got to call into Leidecker's people. They'll buzz me here when they call back.
No, they won't.
They won't?
That's a draft press release. It was intercepted 2 hours ago. Ergo Trim Athletic Shoes is proud to announce Tommy Leidecker is officially and exclusively their spokesman.
Ergo Trim?
I doubt you'll be getting a call from Leidecker's people, but I'm braced for one from Flex asking why the spokesperson you promised them will be selling somebody else's shoes.
I don't get it.
You dropped the ball. Either Leidecker's people were stringing you along and you didn't realize it, or you actively did something to crash the negotiations.
I'll talk to him. Let me
This
get
was
him on
an
the phone. I can
important
get him.
endorsement. The cornerstone of a campaign.
I'm aware of that, Miles. I designed the campaign.
Much of the work took place while you were attending to your directorial debut, didn't it, Michael?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means this is delicate work. It cannot be done by a man who is easily distracted.
All right, hang on a second here, Miles. I want to understand what you're suggesting.
I'm not suggesting anything. I'm making an observation. So much for Flex. Next on the agenda, Minnesota Brands. Major appliances. The latest gift from the Midwest. I will entertain suggestions for a creative team to promote. Michael?
Would you mind telling me what you got out of that?
Out of what?
You set him up.
Who?
Who? Elliot. You knew about Lydecker when we walked in. You made him lean into the punch.
He got through the commercial shoot by the skin of his teeth. That doesn't permit him to think he can coast through the real work of this agency.
It's not as if he was gold bricking.
He's gotten sloppy. Tell me that's not an accurate assessment.
Well, regardless of that, if you have a problem with his work, you can talk to him in private, or you can ask me to talk to him. You don't have to pull something like this. What kind of management is that?
You are the creative director of this agency, not its conscience.
Well, I'm throwing that service in for nothing.
Weston, I hope you took my criticism in the spirit it was offered. I certainly wouldn't want to be misinterpreted. Good. Glad to hear it. Sorry if there was any misunderstanding. There. All better.
Well, is Elliot really doing that badly?
He's off the pace, that's for sure. But who wouldn't be? I mean, he'll be okay. You know, get this behind him, he'll be fine. Miles would just get off his back.
What?
Miles.
Bet he'd be a million laughs in New York.
Oh, he'll be charming, you know. He knows how to be charming the way a fish knows how to be wet. And I'm looking forward to meeting Bob Spano. Gus Hennessy will be there, too, so... Oh, it's just this thing today with Miles. That wasn't the way to handle it, you know. If I were him, I would have done it differently.
But you're not him. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to keep it that way.
Here he comes.
Hi, Gus.
Michael, glad you could make it.
Hi, Miles Trentel, this is Gus Hennessy.
Gus?
Miles, Michael, Robert Spano.
Finally.
Robert?
Bob. Michael.
Hi, nice to meet you.
To our guests from Philadelphia and the cooperation between DAA and Minnesota Brands.
You're here.
Gus told me that you started MB on your own.
Right after Korea.
A self-realized man.
I had some help. Of course, my model for running a business is the old Endicott Johnson Boot Company in Binghamton, where I grew up. Now, we got through the Depression better than most towns because George Johnson kept faith with his workers. When you forget about the people, that's when you get in trouble. You're a boss. You should know about those kind of responsibilities.
My responsibility is chemical.
It is?
I mix different talents, agendas, personalities. I'm more catalyst than employer.
Uh-huh.
It's tough being a boss. You know, the hardest thing I ever did was closing my agency.
After which, Michael was able to join the fold of DAA.
What was so hard?
Well, after my father died, I had to close his business. You know, I never understood why he worked so hard to keep it going until I had to face the people that worked for me.
What was your father's line?
Stedman knits and casuals. Who says ready to wear can't be fashionable?
Was your dad a good boss?
Yes, he was. But he wasn't a boss for the 90s.
Don't be so sure. I think the 90s might fool us all. Of course, thinking in terms of decades is pretty scary.
And the decimalization of time is so arbitrary, isn't it?
How's your dinner?
That was interesting. Yeah, I met Bob Spano.
And?
I liked him. You know, he doesn't come across like the head of a conglomerate. He acts more like a guy who owns a couple of dry cleaning stores.
What did he think of Miles?
Oh, I think he was trying to figure out just how far outside the solar system Miles' home planet is. Well, that's a very dirty laugh for a pregnant woman.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can you hold on a second? There's somebody on the other line. Yeah, just a minute. Hello? Gus? Gus? So, why didn't you tell me you got a promotion?
Still pretty new. I'm not used to the reality of it. You know what I mean?
Haven't a clue. There's absolutely no parallel in my life.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you think of Mr. Spano?
Amazing. In an ordinary kind of way.
It's an amazing company. It's been growing for 35 years. Most people don't even know it exists. You guys are doing the first corporate identity work we've ever done. It's like coming out of the closet.
No, we're just trying to keep the customer satisfied.
We're satisfied. Bob and the rest of the board are very satisfied. Changing agencies has had an energizing effect on the whole company. We're thinking of expanding into completely new areas.
Such as?
Media,
Well, TV, radio, publishing.
among other possibilities.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Maybe. We're looking into a couple of possible acquisitions. Preferably companies where we have a relationship. Friends on the inside to make for an easier transition.
I see.
I'm glad we could talk Miles into letting you come up. Bob really wanted to meet you.
You guys suggested that I come to New York?
Yeah. Bob's been a big fan of yours for a long time. You're our kind of people. I'd like to know we could call on you in case we need some advice.
You got my number.
Yeah, I do. It was good seeing you again.
It's good seeing you.
I better turn in.
Oh, listen, I got this.
I called you.
I still think I should pay for this round.
All right.
Hey. Something wrong?
No, just picking out a tie, that's all.
That never used to be such a big deal.
Well, this? Well, I guess not. I used to come in here, decide right away, and zoom out the door. I used to do that. Couldn't wait to get going. Couldn't wait to get to work. No.
No.
Now it's just getting harder to decide, I guess.
Why don't you wear a turtleneck and avoid the whole question?
Still have to decide on socks.
You know, you're not the first guy to get chewed out by his boss.
I know that. It's not that. Well, of course it's that, but it's other stuff, too.
Such as...
Well, this is gonna sound kind of lame.
Try me.
It's just not fun anymore, the job.
Fun?
I don't know if the job's changed or I've changed, but I'm just not sure it's worth it anymore, you know? I mean, this thing with Miles, that's typical. That's the way he works. Oh, it's made me realize is how I've been feeling for the last couple weeks, or couple months, maybe. I mean, haven't you noticed? Each morning it takes me longer to get going, get out of the house. That's not right.
Are you planning on doing something about it?
When's your second look surgery?
A couple months. You didn't answer the question. Are you planning on doing something about the way you feel?
I don't know. Should I?
Ask me.
Because you're so good at picking out neckties.
Gridlock. I wonder if that's trademark.
Beats me.
Do you think it was vain of me to do that interview?
I don't know, was it?
It's not the sort of thing Bob Spano would do, is it?
I don't know that either.
I do. He's not the type who gives interviews. It's not his style. My God, the money that man must be making. Salary, bonuses, stock options. You and I are in the wrong business. Too vulnerable. Too dependent on a handful of clients. Foreign ownership. The British buying everything in sight. Definitely the wrong business.
Talk about the agency as if it was against the ropes. Best shop in the country. Maybe not in billing, but certainly in quality.
Today we are. But this sort of attention doesn't last. They'll stop calling for interviews pretty soon. Probably sooner than we think. Curve's not a curve without a downside. Keep an eye on Weston.
What do you mean, keep an eye on it?
Just that. He's not happy. Somebody might try to turn him.
Well, I never expected this, Mike.
I wanted to get your Statue of Liberty with a little clock in her stomach, but they were out.
Oh, Mikey, please. I'm rendered goofy in the face of your generosity as it is. So, did you meet Robert Spano?
Uh-huh. You'd like him.
I would.
Yeah. He's nothing like Miles. Well, just don't tell me you planted a bomb in his office, okay? I mean, innocent people could get hurt.
Nah, I'm waiting on a big shipment of tarantulas and scorpions from Moe's House of Arachnids.
Aren't you the guy who said it was all a dance, it was all a game?
Nah, it wasn't me. It must have been somebody who looked just like me.
Well, be careful, that's all.
You want me to eat it with Miles?
Well, do yourself some good here.
Michael, if I thought you knew what you were asking me. I mean, you don't. You couldn't.
Look, I know it's bad. And I know I haven't done right by you. This wasn't supposed to play like this.
You're telling me.
Protect yourself, all right?
Protect myself against what? I mean, what's the worst Miles can do, really? He can't kill me. He can't hurt my kids. He's got us all bamboozled, Michael. He acts like a king, so we think he is one, but he's not. He's just a guy we work for.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Gus.
Michael, have you unpacked yet?
No.
Good. Bob Spano liked what you said at dinner. He wants to talk to you about the corporate identity campaign.
What, he wants me to come back up to New York?
He wants you to come out to Minneapolis.
He does?
He does.
Gus, why can't we do this as a conference call with Miles? It would save time and money.
Bob would rather do this in person. And we don't think it's something to concern Miles with at this point.
Why?
Because it's my turn to buy the drinks.
All right, I'll see if I can get a flight out tonight. Might have to wait until tomorrow.
Whatever you can do will be fine. Call me when you know.
Well, why didn't they talk to you about the campaign then or on the phone? I mean, why make you fly to Minnesota?
Because they couldn't talk about it in New York or on the phone.
Well, why not?
I don't know.
But you have a theory, don't you?
What makes you say that?
I can tell by the way you're packing.
Oh, it's not a theory, it's just a feeling.
What kind of feeling?
Like something's gonna happen. You know, Gus Hennessy dropped some vague hints in New York. And that and the way they brought both me and Miles up there. I don't know, I could have this completely wrong, but it's like the drop in air pressure before a tornado. I think something's gonna happen.
Michael, are you taking a chance by going there?
Taking a chance?
Of losing your job?
What makes you think that?
Because I get the feeling that Miles wouldn't like it if he knew you were going.
Women's intuition's pretty potent stuff.
You haven't answered the question.
I can't. What I'm thinking is so far-fetched, I'm afraid if I say it out loud, I'll hear how crazy it sounds. Tomorrow. Hope. I'll tell you tomorrow, after I talk to Bob Spano.
Be careful.
Mr. Drentel.
Is he in yet?
He's not coming in today, sir. Personal matters. I could call him at home.
No. No.
Michael, thanks for waiting. Someone getting you coffee?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks.
You get in last night?
This morning, actually.
Please, sit down. I appreciate your making the trip.
Oh, listen, you're an important client.
Oh, did you know we own a forest? Minnesota Brands. We maintain it for our paper and packaging needs. It saves us money, and we're able to keep an eye on the reforestation. There's no way a company like this can keep from bruising the environment, but we try to keep it down to a minimum.
Oh, it's good to hear.
We take our responsibilities seriously.
Mr. Spano.
Bob.
Bob. I gotta tell you, I hate mysteries.
In round numbers, how much is this corporation spending with DAA?
I think the annual figure will come in around 60 million.
And if you added the retail food outlets, the soft drink franchises, the commercial building supplies?
90 million,
That might be a tad low.
maybe.
And how much is DAA profit? About, say, 20 million?
Roughly, there's a discount because of the size, but 20 million sounds about right.
We've been crunching the numbers, as they say, looking down the road where we'd like to be as a corporation by the time the next century starts. One of the building blocks we'd like to add is media. I believe you and Gus talked about that in New York.
Briefly.
I'm sorry. I keep going around the block, don't I? Plain and simple. We've looked at the numbers and determined that the smart thing to do is for us to stop being a DAA client.
You want to leave the agency?
No, Michael. We want to buy it.
Space, acceleration, time, comfort, synergy, driving as a concept. Spingeri for 1990. The experience is waiting.
It's at times such as this, I deeply miss the Dodge Revolution.
Yeah, the good old days when all you needed to sell a car was loud music and a babe in white vinyl boots.
We don't sell cars anymore, gentlemen. We sell the idea of a car.
I feel very old.
Next item, Book World. Or can you use television to make people buy bestsellers before they become miniseries?
Well, creatively, I think Slade and Ishiguro should be brought in. Conceptually, they're very good with softer products.
I think they actually know how to read.
I'm breaking up Slade and Ishiguro.
You're what?
I'm breaking them up. I want to try a different mix.
You're splitting up a creative team? Why?
As a team, I found their work of late to be a little winded.
Winded.
You disagree?
Yeah, I disagree. I think everybody pulls a foul every now and then. It's natural.
It may be natural, but it's of no use to me.
You're wrong.
I am?
At least short-sighted.
This won't be implemented immediately. I've only just decided. We'll wait and bring Michael up to speed.
So you wait till Michael gets back.
Back?
Back in.
Yes. But I expect him to agree with my logic. Extended partnerships end up weakening both parties.
What do you mean, Miles?
I mean, no two people are equally matched. One is always a little more evolved than the other. You have to break up a team to see who was really the engine and who the baggage. I will entertain other suggestions for creative teams for the Book World account.
DAA would remain autonomous. We'd be getting into an area we're anxious to explore, and DAA would be exposed to the way we do business. I think it could be very enlightening for everybody.
Bob, why am I here? I'm not a stockholder, I'm an employee. Shouldn't you be talking to Miles?
I prefer talking to you, Michael.
Why?
You and Elliot Weston have a relationship with this company. You'd be vital to any friendly transition. And frankly, I trust you.
Look, I still don't know what you want me to do.
I'd like you to go back to Philadelphia, talk to Miles Grentel, and explain to him what I'd like to do. I want you to help me open up a dialogue between the two companies, that's all.
So why does this feel so, I don't know, clandestine?
If you feel that way, we'll go back to my office right now. I'll call Miles and tell him what I have in mind.
No. Something like this, Miles would want to see your eyes.
You see? That's why I need your help. You don't have to decide now, but think about it. Seriously.
Talk to me. Don't talk to me about realigning molecules and things like that. I'm talking about an account I worked hard at. I don't think it's fair for you to just rip me off the account. I don't think you should talk to me about it. Working out. Why are we doing this? You tell me to keep my voice down, Miles. Why are we out here? Why do you do this not in your office? Why don't we talk somewhere else?
Do you want answers to any of
Look, you can't unilaterally do this. I've got a relationship with these people. What are they gonna think?
I'm more interested in this agency's relationship with the client.
Morning.
Come
Michael?
join the fray with your calming influence. Brother Weston's overreacting again.
He wants to take me off Flex Athletics.
I have taken you off.
Because I screwed up the endorsement.
That's your interpretation.
Come on, Miles.
Michael, I'd like you to talk to the people at Flex, set up a meeting for them with Wasserman and Amato.
Wasserman and Amato don't know the account, Miles. Look, you're cutting off my legs because of one bad call.
Which is why I doubt very much you'll make the same mistake again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't aware the purpose of this company was to teach me a lesson.
It's not.
Right. Right.
Shall we? You're thinking about asking me to apologize to him again. Don't.
I wasn't thinking that.
You were thinking something, though. What?
Someone gave me a message for you.
Who?
Robert Spano.
You spoke to him?
I met with him.
Here?
Minneapolis yesterday.
I see.
He wants to talk to you.
Then he flew the wrong man to Minnesota, didn't he?
They want to buy the agency.
Yes. I suspected it must have been that. That or something like it.
You suspected it?
Yesterday, when you didn't come in, I knew there was something wrong in New York. All that Midwestern radiance and sincerity focused on you like a sun lamp. But it wasn't until yesterday when Weston let it slip you were not out, but away. That's when I started to have my suspicions. What a terribly awkward situation they've put you in. Well, don't worry. Dismiss it from your mind.
Aren't you going to talk to him?
Not, I think, in connection with this. I'm not interested in his offer.
You haven't heard his offer.
I will not entertain the advances of dabblers and dilettantes.
I don't think that's why they're interested. I don't think that's the kind of businessman he is.
Was it your job to tell me of his intentions or plead his case?
He wants to open a dialogue. He thought I could help.
He wants to acquire cachet. We'd be a glamorous addition to the snack cake and pre-mix concrete operations. Babbitt buys an ad agency.
That's it? That's your response?
That's my response.
All right, then.
We do have one other piece of business.
Which is?
Weston.
What about him?
Fire him.
What?
Fire him. I'm not happy with his performance or attitude. He's failed to live up to my expectations.
When exactly did you decide this?
I've been considering the move for some time.
I know you've been considering it. When did you decide? If you want to punish me for meeting with Bob Spano, then you punish me. But this is too Byzantine, even for you.
Don't diminish my motives, Michael. Revenge is a decidedly middle-class pursuit.
Well, I won't do it.
No,
No, why should I?
because you can't have it both ways. For the past few months, you've been attempting to live in two worlds, trying to be one with the people you're meant to manage, and it doesn't work, does it? You end up failing as an executive and a friend. This really has nothing to do with Bob Spano or Elliot Weston. It's about your willingness to do what's necessary to attain what I believe you want. Everything has a price. The question is, can you afford the price?
You gonna answer that?
No, I'm not gonna answer it. Let the switchboard get it. I'll worry about it tomorrow. There, problem solved.
Elliot,
Michael, I don't want to hear it.
you don't even know what I'm gonna say.
I don't want to take the chance, okay? I'm working on zero tolerance right now. I just don't want to hear it.
We have to talk.
Michael, what you seem to be missing is how I feel right now. Now, either I go home to my wife and kids or I'm gonna put my fist through something, and I really don't want it to be your face, okay?
Okay. Mm-mm. No, I don't think so. Mm-mm. Well, he didn't leave any room for interpretation. No, he has no interest in even discussing it. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, too. No, tell Mr. Spano he should have picked a better emissary. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I will. Yeah. Goodbye.
Your side of the bed's getting cold.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm not, just, going through some stuff. Just,
Elliot.
would you sit down so I can talk to you for a second?
Sure, what is it? Tell me.
This feels so unfair. Like something I would have done before, but Nance, I was looking at the insurance, the major medical. And I was trying to find out how much it would cost if we took the contract private. And if I was to quit my job. Please don't hate me for thinking about this.
Hate you? Why would I hate you?
Because it's old behavior, it's running away, it's irresponsible.
Hey, why don't you put the stick down for a minute?
So I gotta be out of my mind to think about quitting with your second look surgery
And
coming
don't put it
up.
on me. That would be old behavior.
I owe you, Nance. I still owe you.
What? You owe me what? I can't tell you not to quit any more than I can give you permission to quit. But I can tell you this. You're lucky.
Lucky.
You have a choice.
Mr. Stedman? Over here, Mr. Stedman.
I tried to catch you at home, but your wife said you'd already left.
I thought you were in Boston.
I will be in time for lunch. But when Gus gave me your message, I thought a side trip was in order.
I'm just sorry that it didn't work out.
Michael, would you mind sitting with me for a few minutes?
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
Good.
Listen, I'm sorry about yesterday, Mike. I was sort of out of line.
Well, there's nothing you have to feel sorry for.
I just don't want you thinking I'm angry at you.
You sure?
Oh, I was sort of angry at you.
You still angry?
No. I mean, it doesn't do any good to get angry. I've been going to Victory Partners with Nancy, and they talk a lot about anger and emotions and how they help you or how they keep you from getting better. It's really interesting there, Mike.
Yes, I've heard.
I mean, I was down there the other night with Nancy, and there was a whole room filled with people with cancer and husbands and wives and kids, and here this awful thing had happened, and instead of rolling over, they want to take charge, and they want to be in control. And I was sitting by the window, looking outside, people walking on the sidewalk and cars going by, and I thought, God, why do we let our lives get so filled with ballast?
It's just a thing that happens.
Why?
Oh, God. Would you look at this place? In the best years of his life, my father didn't make, a slice of what I'm gonna make this year.
I know.
How the hell did we get here?
I don't know, it beats me. I mean, I think that's what makes me so nervous, I feel like I don't have any control anymore.
Control?
I mean, Michael, you're my best friend. And I can't imagine what my life would be like if I didn't know you.
Elliot.
I'm gonna have to quit. I mean, I wanted to hold on as long as I could, you know, till Nance had a second look, but, I really think I should be out there with Carl Draconis pursuing other interests.
No.
No, Michael, this is all me.
Really?
It's not you, Mikey. It's not you. It's just not worth it anymore.
What would make it worth it?
What?
What would it take to make it worth the effort?
Mikey, I never thought I'd say this, but it's not about money.
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about making things different. Now, what would it take to make you change your mind?
No, it wouldn't work out, Mike. It's not gonna happen.
What? Al?
Mikey, it's just not gonna work out.
Suppose we changed things. Suppose we made it more the way we wanted it to be. We ran it like the Michael and Elliot Company.
It's never gonna be that. It'd be the Michael and Miles Company before it would ever be that.
Don't be so sure.
You're actually talking about something, aren't you?
Our friends in Minnesota.
What about them?
Elliot, they're gonna buy the agency.
They're gonna buy DAA?
Yeah, lock, stock, and facts
But
machine.
Miles won't.
Yeah, hostile takeover.
Moses on a pony.
You said it.
Well, how do you know all this? Oh, my God.
You wanted control.
It's impossible.
You're right.
It can't happen.
Not a chance.
It won't happen.
I totally agree.
How do we start?
We start like this. You're fired.
Yes. Yes. Good morning, Michael.
Morning.
How are you?
I told him he could stay on the company health plan and major medical until he found something else.
I see no problem with that.
Good.
Good. That tape came in from Japan this morning. Would you like to take a look?
Sure.
You take it black.
Yeah.
And dance by the light of the moon.